Hasbro, we've got some breaking news coming up. Before we continue with this video, please make sure to check out my app update video for the Beyblade Burst Turbo app. As well, I have other stuff, like for an example, I did a battle today. There's also the Gen Weight, which is a cool video to check out. And I also did a review on Dread Bahamut. But without any further ado, let's begin with the actual video. So before we continue with this video, I want to say, can we try to get this video to 1,000 likes, and please make sure to check out and subscribe to Cyprus. Thanks to Cyprus, I'll be able to show some cool stuff regards to the app. So yeah, so this video is going to be talking about everything for Hasbro for 2019, releasing probably either in the summer or I would say maybe closer to the fall. We're probably going to see a bit more in the future, but for right now, I'm sure you've seen my video doing a breakdown on the new SLINGSHOCK wave stuff. So there is Turbo Achilles, there is a Dread Phoenix P4 and an Air Knight K4, and Achilles does seem to have the Burst Stopper gimmick. I've already done a breakdown on this before. Here's what Dread Phoenix looks like, which I'm going to get to in a second. There's no metal on the armor, but it does have a very nice design. There's Air Knight, to briefly go over it. Has the frame for it, has the expand frame. And next thing, we have the Riptide Blast set, as well as the Cross Collision. Both those dates for right now, I'm going with end of June, early July, or probably July, August, it depends. I got mixed dates for Canada for when that's supposed to come out. For anyone else out there, maybe in America or whatever, I would say somewhere in the summer, I would say maybe July, end of July, mid-August, we're going to see this stuff. So, there's been new stuff, which somehow just got updated right as of today. So, this is the Switchstrike Dread Hades H3, and oh my god, Hasbro did such a good job with this. And my prediction is right. So, you will notice that on Dread Hades, okay, there's no level chip. The app has a level chip on it. The app, I guess, adds level chips. They said in the interview that they had references in the app. Doesn't matter, ignore that part. So, Dread Hades comes with metal. Now, the metal is on the two edges where the blades are, which I am perfectly okay with, because for the love of God, this Beyblade looks so good. The turn frame seems to have some sparkles on it, which is a nice added touch. Dread Hades is an amazing job by Hasbro, and I love it. So, this is what it looks like with the launcher and everything. I just had one where it's really up close. So the next one, before we get to the main boy, this is a deep Caynox C3 Switchstrike. The parts are 13 Engaard. Looks okay. Yeah, that's it. You know, it looks nice. It looks nice. What else is there to say? The final one is going to be Valtryek V5, or excuse me, Turbo Valtryek V3. The names are weird, but I'm very surprised by this. So it looks like that through a little closer look, there is metal on one edge and the other two parts are just painted. In the middle there is plastic. So not bad. There is the Burst Stopper gimmick. You can see a clear parts right there where the wing is supposed to come out, which is super good. Now Zenith, instead of it being that bad, horrible painted blue, they have gone with a transparent red. Now, while it does not have the rubber or the gimmick it should probably have, it's a little bit better than before. I don't want to justify it completely, because still with Valtryek V3, the worst part about this has to be the fact that Zenith is wrong. I don't like how Zenith was handled, but it at least kind of looks good. Evolution, there's no complaints. It's the exact same thing from Takeratami, so at least I will commend Hasbro there. That was a definite good job. So now we're going to move on to the next portion, which is thanks to Cyprus. So in the app, we are able to get more of an idea of a lot of these other bays. You'll see a watermark there, and we get an idea of gimmicks too for bays and how that's going to work. So thanks to Cyprus, I'll be able to give a breakdown in depth on this stuff. So there's Yggdragon Y2. Now Yggdragon, what 2-packs Yggdragon on? Yggdragon's on one of those 2-packs. I can't remember off the top of my head. The parts are 4 Infusion SLINGSHOCK. Moving on, there is Quetzalcoatl Q2. Quetzalcoatl Q2, which is really Q4. It seems like it's going to be something like Sand X Quetzalcoatl or Sandstorm X Quetzalcoatl. I don't really like the colors, but you know, it kind of looks cool, I guess. The parts are 7 and Axial SLINGSHOCK or Axial SLINGSHOCK. Our next one is a Spiral Treptune T4 Recolor. The parts are 7 and Axial SLINGSHOCK. This Treptune does not seem to be a god version of it like, you know how Untitled Chapter actually has the gimmick? This seems to be the mold where it doesn't actually have the gimmick. Which, it's a little annoying because they could have just redone the thing with the proper gimmick on the mold, even if it's a recolor, but whatever. I guess if you want to get the proper thing, get Untitled Chapter. This is a SLINGSHOCK Bay. So it is blue with some green. Looks alright. So our next one is, whoa, okay, we just sped up there. Kirby's K4, which it looks like the Hong Kong version that we got that was red with yellow and everything. It doesn't look as cool. It has green in the middle. I'm noticing a trend where it's green, which leads me to believe maybe this could be part of some multi-pack or whatever. I don't think it's going to be a single. Parts are 2 and Tower S. Next up we have, as well, we just saw it. It is a green Archer Hercules 5 Eternal S. Has green mixed in with some blue, which doesn't look half bad at all. I really like how this Hercules kind of looks. I like the wacky colors on it. It looks cool. It reminds me a bit of the Tokai On Air one. We get a slightly darker Eternal SLINGSHOCK, so not bad, I guess. So next up, this is really interesting. We get a Brutal Lunar L4, which is in the same color scheme as that Wonder Valtryek I have on the stadium. The parts are 10 in Sword-S. Sword seems to be a darker color. So, Brutal Lunar kind of looking cool. So there's no medal on Lunar yet. We still are never going to get it. We're probably never going to get medals on the first wave or whatever. At least we're getting medals on some of the later waves of Switchstrike, at least. Because Breaker Calius, Valtryek, and Hades were the only ones where they actually had medal. Caynox C3 I just showed. There's the Riptide Blast launcher, which is super small when you scan it. There is Rudr R4, parts are 12 and Fusion-S. Rudr R4 seems like an interesting shape on the layer. It has a lot of arrows on it, which represents its avatar attack. My prediction is if the slopes aren't bad, then could potentially be maybe somewhat decent. I don't think the designs can really make it go all that well. The irony is too, it's actually, the bay is actually in the shape of the star frame. If, you know the shape of the, yeah, it actually is in the shape of the star. Is it star or meteor? I might be confusing the two. It's either, I think it's the meteor frame it's in the shape of. Whatever, one or the other. So so Fafnir F4, the parts are 8 prime, and then after absorbed SLINGSHOCK. And it looks alright, nothing too crazy there. So it's called Geist Fafnir too, if you're wondering. So there's Balor B4. Now the parts for that one are 6 in Spiral-S, which is very interesting. And that's actually pretty cool. We're getting a Spiral SLINGSHOCK. But moving on. Oh, the shape, by the way, looks alright. I'm hoping to see it has good slope. So if it's actually tight, it could be pretty decent. Gargoyle G4 has to be my favorite. I love the design. It comes with, what is that? Massive SLINGSHOCK, which is actually a new SLINGSHOCK driver. Looks sick. Love the design. Love it. So the next one, let me think. There's also another one which was Morriganna. That was a Raven one. But you can see my app video. So there's a lot of stuff just to show. So some Battle League stuff, some stuff with the stadium, whatever. So this part right here, Cyprus actually goes over the parts for the stuff, right? So Dimension seems, the model implies to me that it's going to be the exact same as Takeratami. The exact same. I think you just have to twist it or whatever, which is super good, because if that's the actual thing, that means they did not modify it at all from Takeratami. Like I said, if Takeratami basically made a SLINGSHOCK driver, I don't think Hasbro would have any reason to really like screw it up for some reason. So that is Dimension. Yeah, Cyprus gives us an up-close look, so it seems to be the exact same. This is the Achilles layer, so you can see it's going around it. It definitely does have the model for the burst stoppers there, so we can safely assume it's going to have burst stoppers. We're going to move on a bit. So this is Fafnir. So Fafnir, it seems like it has all the gimmicks for it and everything, has all the right parts for it. Now Absorb, and Cyprus said this and I can kind of see it. Absorb, it looks like it might be a little bit bouncy, but I don't know. I think it's going to have a little sharp thing where it can bounce and then after you can just go flat with it. I don't know. I really don't know how Absorb's supposed to work in the SLINGSHOCK version. It looks like there might be a little tab thing there, which you can go back and forth with. I hope it has some bounce to it, please. But I guess we'll see. We have to wait and see. That's what Absorb looks like, SLINGSHOCK. So we're going to move on to Quest SLINGSHOCK. Now, Cyprus pointed this out, and it looks like Quest, since it doesn't have the little, like, spinning thing on there, maybe it looks like there's some part you can twist down there, and maybe that's how it can go completely flat, I guess. I don't know. I can't really tell for sure. He goes over the models in color there. I'm sorry. I'm just going by this a little bit quickly. This is what the Aegis looks like. So he's going through the models and showing the textures and all that stuff there, right? Just to give you an idea with this stuff, I'm just going to go through it a little bit quickly just to show you the individual parts for it. Just to give you an idea. So he goes actually in the outlines of the models too. Overall, really interesting how Hasbro's handling a lot of this stuff. So there's Zutron, which I don't think I mentioned Zutron. Did I mention Zutron? There's a Zutron right there. Yeah, no, Zutron, Treptune, yeah. So, overall, what can we expect? So, my guess is there's going to be a lot more store exclusives. What do you think? I think there's gonna be a couple of exclusives this year.
Yes, there are like 3 at least.
Maybe 3, 4. No, I'll say 3. I'll say 3 is like a good number.
Confirmed 3.
Confirmed 3. Alright, so most likely there's gonna be a couple of store exclusives, so that's why maybe these random recolors aren't really with anything. Now, these recolors could maybe be in the multi-elements pack. Who knows? I think the elements pack might come with more drivers for them. I'm thinking maybe more drivers, because I don't think Hasbro's ever going to do level chips. They're never going to do it, so it's going to probably be more performance tips. How big do you think the multi-pack's going to be? I think the multi-pack's going to be 4-pack? So I'm thinking maybe Hercules, Lunar, Treptune, and Zutron will be in that pack, possibly. In terms of Hades and Valtrak, again, it seems like a lot of this stuff they're doing, like, I would say they're doing a good job there. They're doing a good job. So I would say expect most of this July, August, what I would say, for at least Canada, right?
Yeah.
For US, I would say maybe a little bit later, because US always gets stuff sometimes a bit later. Maybe Target exclusive, who knows? Shout out to Cyprus for helping me show off the images and whatever. And please subscribe to Cyprus and give him some love. I might sound a little bit sick today, because I am. But I have to do this video because I want to make sure you, the subscriber, are updated. If YouTube doesn't give you the subscription notice, I'll just make sure to share share this video around, because I don't think YouTube's going to share it. Because I think we already did 3 videos for today. But yeah, we're going to, that's it. Thanks for watching.